Welcome everybody to another episode of Good Trouble. Here's the thing: we want to always welcome you guys with this quote that John Lewis said. If we're going to get in any trouble, make sure that we're getting in good trouble. And today, I think that we have some students that are getting into some good trouble. So here's the thing, everybody: as we're about to have this conversation, please make sure that you're sharing this. Make sure that you have our students on, faculty, staff, who is, because we have some students that are running for Mr. and Mrs. Voorhees for 2021-2022 school year. So here we have with us Mr. Henry Adam Brower that's running for Mr. Voorhees. Mr. Brower, how you doing, sir? Good, man. Good to see you. COVID-19. So we have a couple of questions, everybody that's watching. We have a couple of questions for our candidates that's running for these positions. And so as they're running, please just kind of engage and kind of have in your mind the person that you envision being in these roles. And so I'm going to go ahead and start it off. Henry, we know that you're running for Mr. Voorhees for the 2021-2022 school year. And so the first question we want to ask is, what makes your platform unique to the position you're running for? And how does that make you the qualified candidate for the job?
Well, first, my platform is networking, energy. Basically, I want to move VC to a new level of network, energy, and wealth. By doing that, first we must meet each student where they are.
Yeah.
Coming in as a freshman, I mean, to speak from my personal experience as a freshman, I originally, when I came in, I would never thought I would have ran for this position. First coming in as a freshman, but the Mr. Voorhees, Nathaniel Kemp, he had instilled in me since as a freshman, hey, look, this is how you're supposed to walk, this is how you're supposed to talk, be in a leadership role. I feel like since as time went on, since then, the networking skills and student engagement on camp has died down.
Yeah.
So I feel like my platform networking first, we have to network. Networking as in, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I know some of the smartest people in the world.
Yeah.
Networking is very important. A lot of students don't love our institution or don't know what the institution can do for them. So as me being Mr. Voorhees, I have to show them what the institution can do for them and be a role model for them. We have to use our wealth of knowledge to do this.
Yeah.
Wealth comes from empowerment. You know, we're literally on historical grounds. This university was founded by a 23-year-old visionary. You know, so my goal as Mr. Voorhees and with my platform is to encourage students not only to believe in themselves, but also believe what the institution can do for them.
Yeah. All right, that's a great answer. So let's go to our second question. And this question is describe, because you've already done so, but describe even in more detail the skills that you think that you possess that make you a leader for your peers. And how do you plan to further the mission of the position you are vying for? So describe the skills you possess that make you a leader for your peers. And how do you plan to further the mission of this position that you are vying for?
I'm gonna start with the furthering the mission. My ultimate goal is to also plant a seed. So when I leave Voorhees College, my reign is still here. So right now, it's everything that I want to accomplish here starts this year. Basically, when the students come in, I want to meet them where they are. We have to meet them where they are by having little mini self-evaluations. Because a lot of students are lost between their freshman and sophomore year coming in. A lot of them are lost. So it's our job as leaders in the leadership role. It's our job as a Voorhees College family to get them on the right track early as soon as they come in.
Yeah.
Because when they get to their senior year, they want to be on something like, well, I don't know, still don't know what I want to do with my major. I don't know what I want to do, because the ultimate goal is also to increase student retention and also for the students to graduate with a degree in one hand and a job in another hand. Or some of them want to start a business, graduate with a degree in one hand and a business in the other hand. Some of the skills I possess is social skills. Social skills is very big. As Mr. Voorhees, you got to be able to network. You have to be able to outreach to different communities. That's another thing. I feel like with Voorhees and me doing research, we're not out in the community. I promote charity events, possibly like in December, like a toy giveaway. How much would it cost for us what would it cost us for us to do a toy giveaway every December, make it a yearly thing, get some students on the VC College bus and go out and do a giveaway with students. So now let's say we go to Columbia. Now the big bus is in Columbia and students are out in the community, and that still ties in with my platform of energy. The energy, not only the students take pride in the institution, but the way people view the institution as a whole. It's already a small institution, right? So we out there, and they see, okay, Voorhees College students are giving off a good energy. They give it back to the community, which would be very big. But definitely social skills, my knack to to make students still, even my teammates are down, if they're highest and they're lowest. I tell them all the time, treat your good days, treat your bad days like your good days. That's very important. There's no one to ever know when you're down. And you have to, another thing is the student engagement on campus. You have to figure out a way to get them more engaged. And me doing research, I've already started doing research. A lot of students say the reason they don't engage on campus is because they don't feel like their voice is being heard. That's very big. So if we make them feel like, I said, so if we make you feel like your voice is being heard, and we actually taking in what you're saying and implementing it, you'll participate more on campus. It's like, yes, because then my view of the institution will change.
Yeah.
Now they believe not only in what they say matters and the institute care about them, but now they're okay. Let me actually be more engaged. So that's a big thing.
We have a couple more questions here, and so we want to make sure that we use all of them in this conversation. So the next question is, how would you be able to apply this position to your aspirations after graduation from Voorhees College?
Well, I actually own my own clothing brand. It's called Ernie Adams Corporation. It's my own clothing brand. So the skills that I have by organizing different meetings, being engaged with people, being outspoken, instilling in people. Because my ultimate goal for my clothing brand itself is to encourage people, to motivate people. My clothing brand slogan is "Aspiring through Fashion." So then I also want to open up my own baseball indoor hit facility.
Okay.
I've been in the hit facility, my uncle, for about 5-6 years now. I actually have experience being the manager of the facility.
Okay.
So there were times where he opened up another facility because he trusts me enough to run a facility in Fayetteville, North Carolina, to the point where he opened up a facility in Burlington. Actually, he opened a facility in Burlington.
Yeah.
And I would have to, it would be times where there'd be 80 plus kids in there. And I have to deal with different personalities. Also, knowing your audience, knowing who you're speaking to.
Yeah.
Dealing with different personalities is big. I can't talk to you like I can talk to Travis, Mr. Travis Frederick. I can't talk to you like I can talk to some John. You have to know your audience. You have to know what reaches people. You have to know how to speak to people.
Yeah. And so here's a great follow-up question, because you talk about various audiences. And so how would this position also prepare you for working with diverse groups of people?
Well, actually, before I actually got this opportunity to run for Mr. Voorhees College, I've traveled abroad twice. I've been to Ghana, I've been to Liberia, and I also been to Morocco. So it was a culture shock at first, but I had to be able to adjust to the point where I can reach the audience there. Even to this day, I still talk to the people that I actually made relationships with and made friends with in Ghana. Like, another thing, that international enrollment here should be higher. We should be high. I really believe that, because me talking with them, they also like, hey, they want to come to Voorhees College. They want to see what it's like to be a Voorhees Tiger, because of how I carry myself, because of how I communicated with them, and the way they look up to me. So now they're like, okay, I want to go to Voorhees Tiger, go to Voorhees College to get the same education you got, get the same opportunity you got. They saw us down in Liberia, down in Ghana, helping them out, which meant the world to them.
Yeah. So next question, what type of community service or outreach do you feel your position should be doing? I know you stated some stuff earlier about Christmas and going out with the buses and everything like that. But what type of community service or outreach do you feel like this position could be doing in addition to that?
Oh man, high school, getting into the high schools, getting into the middle schools, and even going to some elementary schools and speaking to them, because a lot of kids out here that don't believe in themselves. Mental health is really important. That's another thing I want to focus on. Mental health is really important, because when you start to believe in yourself, you believe you can do anything. A lot of times, students on campus, it affects their grades. They don't believe in themselves, or they don't believe they're smart enough. So, and I just personally feel like they're doing different events with, like, mental health and physical health ties in together. Mental health, if you do your research, physical health actually affects your mental health.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do like little community, it's called Fitness Thursdays, where you just go out. It's just COVID, COVID-19 is still around. We might have some outside, in like the little grass area over the field area over there, have some outside and do like a fitness Thursday. But getting involved in the high schools because you want to get the students that's coming out of the high schools, seniors, juniors. You need to get Voorhees College on the radar early. That's another thing that I personally feel like it would be big getting into the high schools, getting alumni more involved with students.
Yeah.
Because I know my freshman year, they had got me involved with my alumni, Mr. Greg Gray.
Yeah.
And he actually lives in Fayetteville, North Carolina, lives like 5 minutes away from me. Not only have I developed a relationship with him, but also it's also to open up possible job opportunity and doors for me.
Yeah.
So what would it hurt to before he's the network and outreach to some alumni that's in the field of, let's say my major is sports management, in the field of sports management that's doing some things in sports management that I can talk to when times are hard, or I can talk to and see how it is to actually be in that field, because a lot of students also, they might graduate as a biology major and end up working in political science.
Yeah.
You
One
know?
second. We got one more question here. Let's see if we're on time here. So one more question for you. So what are some of your previous leadership experiences? And what did those experiences reveal about your strengths and weaknesses as a leader? I ask it again. What are some of your previous leadership experiences? And what did those experiences reveal about your strengths and your weaknesses as a leader? And you have about a minute to ask this question. Answer this question. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, in high school, I was in this club called International Known Men Club. Like I said, the facility. I'm in asking the leadership role right now with the Ernie Adams Corporation, because it's my corporation. Okay, I'm just going to go off those three leadership roles. Uh, some of the weeks that I realized that I had was being able to network. One of my strengths is being able to network in person and talk, right? One of my weaknesses I realized was more so on the marketing side through social media. I realized that through COVID. With my business, being able having to market, and compete with other companies, but I ended up figuring it out. So I'm very big on you must fail before you succeed. That's something I love about. So I'm not going to sit here and say I I know everything. That's another strength that I have. I'm not going to sit here and say I know everything. I'm willing to learn,
Yeah.
and that's very big. I feel like as in a leadership role. Um, but weaknesses wise, being able to, at first when I was in high school, being able to realize, okay, hey, I can't talk to this person the same way I talk to you when I was in the facility. But I had to quickly learn, hey, you have to be able, it's the difference between talking to kids and talking to adults. So it's a certain way you have to conduct yourself, articulate your words, and carry yourself when you're around adults. But also, I'm a big believer in you even have to carry yourself correctly even when you think nobody's watching.
Correct.
And that's very big.
What are some strengths? Because I know you said that you're great marketing, great networking in person. Do you have any other strengths outside of that?
My energy, my energy, I'm enthusiastic, well spoken. Definitely, like I said, my knack to make people better. Definitely is my strength. That's one thing I live by, encouraging people, making people better.
Well, we want to thank you, man, for coming on. Good trouble to give your take on why you think that you should be Mr. Voorhees for 2021-2022 school year. So thank you again, and we'll have our next candidate coming up soon. Have a good one, man.
Thank you.
All right, we're back again with our second candidate. We have Mr. Byron here, who is running for Mr. Voorhees for 2021-2022 school year. Byron, how are you doing, sir? Good, good, good. We're doing well, man. So we know that you're running for Mr. Voorhees, and we have a couple of questions for you. So we're going to go ahead and start it off because we know that you guys have been going through a lot lately, this position, pageants, and etc., and you may be extremely tired. So the first question we have for you is, what makes your platform unique to the position you're running for? And how does that make you the qualified candidate for the job?
My platform, it makes me unique, I guess, because I'm trying to go for points where I know that we're lacking at on campus,
Yeah.
as far as consistency, involvement, exposure, things of that nature. It's like we're lacking, and I know that we could do so much more better if we just try a new technique towards it. Try to, get the kids more involved in a way that it may be beneficial to them, not as well as, the adults, but in a way that they will understand it, in a way that they can gain more interest in. So, that's basically where I feel like it, and I feel like it would be unique in my own type of way.
Yeah.
But
The second part was, how does that make you a qualified candidate for the job?
I feel like I've been in leadership positions where I had a chance to actually follow under the footsteps of others that was in these positions, and I feel like I was able to gain the knowledge that I needed to run for this position. So I basically crawled before I walked.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
like that way.
No, that's great. You possess it, make you a leader for your peers.
I've been in various roles as Mr. Sophomore. I currently serve as Mr. Junior. I was the Voorhees Choir tenor section leader. I was Mr. Choir. I was also uh, the president of Student Support Services. I was also a residence assistant and also an ambassador. So I've had various roles where I had the opportunity to actually interact with my peers in leadership position.
So they're pretty familiar with Byron as
Yes.
the head of something and
Yeah.
leading them to the promised land.
Yeah, trying to, interact, trying to get involved, trying to show people that it's okay to be involved and still be, the person who you are.
Yeah, yeah. So next question is, how would you be able to apply this position to your aspirations after graduation from Voorhees College?
With this position, I feel like it leads you into becoming the person you are. So it kind of molds you into what you are looking for ahead in life, or it kind of puts you in that platform where, okay, well, I'm here now. I need to do this. I need to adjust to this and get it done. So like it's just a way of interacting with life as well as interacting with people.
Yeah. Okay. And how will this position also prepare you for working with diverse groups of people?
But with this position, I feel like you have to be diverse in this type of position. You have to be able to connect with anybody, wherever they are. You have to be able to find some type of way to connect with them, some type of way to reach out to them. So this position it pushes you out of your comfort zone. It allows you to branch out to where you need to be.
Yeah. So our next question, what type of community service or outreach do you feel your position should be doing?
Interacting with student body, also interacting with other colleges, because from other colleges, you can always take what other colleges do and apply to your college. Bring not apply what they do, but put it in your own VC way. So it's like basically, it's like an outreach. You basically go and see what you can bring to make your institution a little bit better.
Yeah. So have you personally completed any outreach or community service prior to this role?
Yes, I've done was working with South Carolina State Gospel Choir. I've also kind of been involved with other royal courts, trying to get where I'm at now, trying to run for Mr. Voorhees. So I kind of looked at other courts and been involved with those type of things to try to get prepared for what I'm doing right now.
Okay. And here's our last couple of questions. What are some of your previous leadership, like Mr. Junior now and Mr. Sophomore, do you have any other roles outside of that that you may say are also leadership experiences?
I was president of student support service. As far as the RA residence assistants as well, that gave me kind of, an insight with working inside with students, being a resident assistant.
So being a resident assistant and also working with student support services, how do you feel like those experiences help to reveal some of your strengths and weaknesses?
Well, in those type of roles, you have to know how to get your point across, but not be disrespectful or mean with it. You have to know how to be stern and stand on what you're saying and stand on what you're doing. Not say one thing and do another. You have to learn to also just stand on your point, get your point across, but do it in a respectful way and do it in a way that others can understand you as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a great interview, man. That's all of our questions. We have a couple of judges that may be watching here still, and we want to see if they have any questions right now. So we're going to just see if they have any questions before you leave, because they may want to ask you some additional things.
Okay.
So thank you again for watching, everybody, as we are having our discussion with some of the candidates for Mr. and Mrs. Voorhees. So we don't have any questions. So we want to thank you again for coming on, and we're about to do our next candidate. Everybody, we'll be right back. Hey everybody, we're back with Miss Ariana Carr. She is running for Miss Voorhees for 2021-2022 school year. Miss Ariana, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I know you guys have been doing a lot lately, and you probably know about the pageants, the speeches, all of the above.
Yeah.
And so we just have a few questions for you because we have a couple people watching and they want to also have some insight on what you plan to do for your platform. And so our first question is for you is what makes your platform unique to the position you're running for?
Well, as you said, my name is Ariana Carr. I would use my last name with my platform. Pay the cards you're dealt. As in taking what we're given. Like here at Voorhees, we're not given all the luxuries, every luxury we could possibly get, but we are given enough things that we can use to our advantage and be successful and grow from there. That's where I was going along with my platform.
Yeah.
Like everyone else, they was gonna try to go with building like working on mental health and stuff like that. I want us to look at what we have and see what we can do with what we have,
Yeah.
like make our institution better. Because we're always worried about, oh, we don't have this, we can't do that. We do have this, and we can use this to possibly do this or do that, and go on from there and possibly get new things, and then keep moving up from there.
Yeah. Keep building.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does playing the cards that you're dealt, picking the right card, how does that make you the qualified candidate for the job?
Well, I have, they used to call me Superwoman because I would,
They used to call you what?
they used to call me Superwoman, like
Superwoman.
high school and middle school and growing up, because I wouldn't have everything, but I would take this small thing and go on with it and like, oh, how did she do that? How did she do this? How did she do that? Like in my friend groups, they would see, oh, Claire made a way. I don't know how she did it, but she made a way. Okay, use this. I'm used to like not having everything, so I'm like, okay. I know how to make them. I can make 5 jars of lemonade with only a couple lemons.
Mm.
So yeah, I like showing people that you don't have to have everything to be what you want to be or go where you want to go.
Yeah.
So
So you're used to making something out of nothing.
mm-hmm.
I like that. So since you are used to making something out of nothing and you're able to look at something and see its value, can you also describe some more skills that you possess that make you a leader for your peers?
Well, obviously, I played sports. I played basketball and I also played softball. And I am a defensive player. I don't even care for all the offensive scoring or whatever. I'm a nitty gritty player. I like to do the dirty work, the work that most people don't want to do. So I'm the one that'll, oh, you know, lock up, stop them. I'm gonna do that. I don't care for the big time, all the what everybody comes to see. I want to do work that's not like celebrated the most.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then also what else am I doing? I love helping people. So like they was like, oh, you want this? I'll do it. And like right off that, like if I see someone in need, like in the dorm or whatever, they need help. Oh, I'm here. I got you. I got you. They struggling. I got you. I can help. I probably won't be at the best level I could be, but I'll make sure someone else can reach a better level.
Yeah.
In their whole life.
Yeah. So with your platform, how do you plan to further advance the mission of playing the cards that you're dealt? How do you plan to evolve that with you being potentially Miss Voorhees, playing the cards that you're dealt day by day? How do you plan to bring it into life on campus?
Well, actually, I want to start to change the mindset because if you go into any game with a winning mindset, you're gonna win basically. Right. And I want to on campus, like everyone, they just got this oh, I don't care, it's just Voorhees. I want to be like, oh, I'm at Voorhees. We're here to be successful. We're here to take nothing and make it something.
Right.
I want to help the institution. Like, I'll give you an example. When we go, I went to a conference with some business students, and you can obviously tell the difference between Voorhees and all the other institutions. They were, I'm going to say, they were dressed better. They represented their school better. And I'm like, oh, dang, okay. We're here, but we're not where we need to be. I want us to understand that we need to step it up. We need to stop just settling for the bare minimum. We need to raise the bar.
Yeah.
As in, like, one of my platform points is I'll raise you, as in setting the bar, being that person or that group of people to, okay, we don't want to just be here. We want to step it up here, so that makes you step it up as well.
Yeah.
This other group of people step it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how would you be able to apply this position to your aspirations after you graduate from Voorhees College?
Okay, well, I've had a lot of leadership roles, so this is just another one. For like when my future is to is business, so I want to go into real estate and um, running my family business as well. So I want to use this as a networking platform.
Okay.
So say I meet someone, during my run, I meet someone that's, oh, she's real estate, my parents did, so using that networking, I can open up new avenues
Yeah.
for my family's business or my real estate tools. So I just want to use it as a
Yeah.
networking tool.
Okay. So what type of community service or outreach do you feel like your position should be doing?
I feel like it should be, well, since I am running for Miss, I feel like it should be tailored more to not just women outside of the college, but like younger girls like around Denmark
Mhm.
or even around the whole South Carolina.
Yeah.
But yes, around them. But also we forget about we should do something like something that includes the women on campus.
Yeah.
So like do a whole activity.
For sure.
That, yeah, 'cause it's so basic. Um, just just food and like getting perishable items. I feel like it should be something like a workshop or something that involves like women growing their confidence and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because when you think of community service, oh, okay, we're gonna go find perishable goods, canned goods, and just turn it in. I want to like do something like, oh, we have speakers coming in, we have people that are connecting with the women, the girls, so they can use that as like a stepping stone to help them become better.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with canned goods. I'm just saying it should be more.
You should involve that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our last question is this. With all of the leadership experiences and leadership opportunities, positions that you say you have, what did those experiences reveal about your strengths and your weaknesses as a leader?
I'll start with my weaknesses first. It showed me that I don't have as much confidence. It showed me my weakness and it helped me build too much strength. I noticed I wasn't that confident. Like leadership roles would be naturally driven to me, but
Right.
I also was not confident. So as a leader, and you're not confident, like people they'll listen to you, but they won't. Yeah, she's talking good, so I'll follow a little bit. But if you have like that, the leadership roles they built my confidence.
Yeah.
So at first I was just a regular leader. Now I'm like, hey, we need to do this, we need to do this. So I've been through it. So, okay, I know what to do, so I can help you better because I noticed my weakness. I fixed it into a strength.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that was our final question. I think you've done a phenomenal job today, telling us about your platform and all of what you have going on and what you desire to do. So I want to thank you for coming on to now share with everybody else how you plan to carry out these things. So everybody that's watching, we have a couple of judges before we move that may have some questions. Judges, do we have any questions there? Just making sure we don't have any questions. Okay, if we don't have any questions, we want to thank you all for joining today to hear what our candidates have to share about their platforms and the potential of being Mr. or Mrs. or Miss Voorhees of 2021 to 2022. Thank you again for watching. This is Good Trouble. If you're going to get in any trouble, John Lewis said it best. He said, get in good trouble, necessary trouble. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.